Right, don't even know how to start this. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. So the Saturday, the weekend just gone, unfortunately my father passed away. It was expected to a point, of course, because he's been very ill. The reason why I've not been doing a lot of things over the last 12 months is I've been here at home, trying to help any way I can. I've not spoke too much about it since Saturday because I've just been trying to be here for everybody. Plus, I actually like to be on my own, to process things myself, get in a quiet corner, sit there, and really think about the world and how it is, and especially with life. It's I'm not a depressed person. I'm not a sentimental person. To be honest, you can ask my family; they'll tell you. But obviously, I love my father to pieces. He was a character, to put it in a simple term. He was part of so many people's lives, and because we're in a pandemic, and even though we're at the end of, hopefully at the end of this pandemic, we are still under a lot of restrictions in what we can do in the mourning process and the grieving and the doing the funerals and the wakes and letting everybody able to come together and celebrate the life of what was a wonderful man. He was 89 years old. Got a scratch there we go. And he was 89 years old. He's he's seen a lot of things. He's been through World War II. He was a child when the World War started. He was young enough to not get called up by the time the war finished. He still did his national service when he was 18 because they have to. He did that and he learnt a lot in there as well at the same time, but he was glad to come out. Like I said, he's seen a lot. It's crazy that he lived through a war that killed so many people. He more or less lived through the pandemic, and even though it wasn't COVID that got him at the end, it was due to COVID that he couldn't get all the help that was needed as well. 1931 to 2021. He was a few months shy of his 90th birthday. We're still going to celebrate. Don't know exactly how, but we are going to celebrate on there. And hopefully by then it will be a lot more restrictions will be gone, and we can have as many people as we want to come and actually celebrate the life of the man. And like I said, he's been part of so many people's lives. He's a singer, a stage performer. His favourite place in the world was on stage, performing for everybody. He'd tell awful jokes sometimes, but it was funny. You know what I mean? He was a proper dad. He'd say a dad joke, he'd joke and laugh, and he was a good father to me. He was always there. He rescued me a few times from me doing really stupid things. Sometimes he wasn't there to rescue me from it, but then I learnt from those mistakes, which we all do. And it's quite sad, and I just wanted to speak a little bit because I don't let people in to the way I think sometimes like this. It's not me. I'm not a social media person that much. I don't like to put my life on display for everybody to see. It's not what my dad taught me. But I've realised a lot in these last few days that the mind's a very strange thing. I've never had depression or anything like that. But I'm not depressed now at all, but it's made me realise that how people can very easily from being something right, something working fine, to it just changing and going straight down. And it's an eye opener for me. And you know, it's just make sure people talk. My brothers, when I say, we talk to each other as much as we possibly can. You know what I mean? We share, we tell each other we love each other. It's great. And we've it's been, like I said, it's been very strange recently because of it all. But it's good that we've got family, we have friends. We have some friends that have already been through it. We have others that haven't been through it, but they're still there. They're there. Oh, that's not. It's alright. Sorry, itchy nose as well. But I think I'll speak a bit more another time with it. That's enough for me trying to give out information about myself for now. But just remember that don't be too scared to talk. And don't be too scared to listen. And I mean, listen to people.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Wish you could just see what I've just done. I've just done a time-lapse video of me trying to talk to you thinking it's a video. Don't work like that, does it? Shows you how long it's been. Anyway, thought I'd actually do a video, seeing as I've not done it for so long. And obviously I've not done it because with everything going on in the family and my dad passing away, I've just couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I took myself out of everything, got to understand myself a bit more about it, and it worked. You know what I mean? So some people need others, some people just want to get away, they need to reflect on it. You know, everybody's different. You find the ways that you want to do with it. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'll probably sound a bit sinusy on here. But anyway, I'm back at the boat. I'm actually staying here at the moment now, down in Gosport. And I've done a few bits, but I've just not filmed it, like I said, because I couldn't be arsed. With it all, I wanted to do stuff for myself. But, as you see at the minute now, I'm just in the engine bay. I've done a few things that you might notice at some points. First thing you might notice here is I've had this exhaust cut down, the exhaust bend, and this pipe's where the water goes into the exhaust. Comes down through here. And there is another bit that'll go on here, this part here. There's a water trap goes in here, another water trap here, and you can't see, but there's another one at the back. But I've also changed, you see this white bit here? I've changed from this old thing, which was rusty as hell. I've changed to this one now, which this came with the actual engine. When I've just done it, I've also got this part here, which you might see. It will go on to a greaser, which is this, and obviously this pipe will connect to here. I'll probably have it under here out of the way, and it will just grease. I can just turn that slowly, and it'll just grease it up with a prop shaft, and just keep it lubricated and free moving, which is always a bonus. Bit muddy around here at the minute now because all the dust comes in all the time. You see I've got loads of stuff everywhere, even paddleboard. You might notice a frame that I've put around here. I bought a load of stainless steel tubing, cut it all down, I bought all the brackets, and then fitted this stainless steel tubing. Should have done a video of me doing it, really, just to see you, but it's quite simple. You just cut it to the length you want, you put the tube in, you tighten them up. The only thing I have to do is screw it to the actual deck properly. Now, so there's no solar panel on there at the moment, because I need to make sure it's sturdy before I do that. But it's what we have to do, isn't it? I've also been doing bits with the windows. I mean, you can see here I've not finished stuff yet. I've got to pull these off and then repaint it, make it look nice, but all the windows were leaking, and so I've changed these. They don't look as pretty as what the other ones did. Like originally, the window will look more like this, but this lets more light in the way I've done it as well. I'm going to change these windows just like this, so they'll bolt on I just seal around it, and it seals it all up. And like I say, as I bolt it down, it squashes it all together, gives it a good seal, and then I put some more on the inside as well. I've been painting all around, make it a bit more shiny, as we can try and do. And not much else really, I may say. I put these up here for now, just to try, and it just helps. Like this time of year, you can get condensation in the bolts and everything. So I've been putting this down to see how it works. It's quite hard doing it when you're actually doing it upside down. I've noticed this stuff, put it straight flat on the ground, gravity holds it down, it sticks, it's done, like I've done out here. But when you put it upside down, obviously it's trying to fall down all the time, and with this it's always going against the cold and the warmth, so it's been a bit tricky in a way. So really I might have to put a batten across just to make sure it stays. But I mean, it's staying up, but not as good as what you'd want it to be staying up, to be honest. But that's all it is. I have my TV here as well, just in case. You know what I mean? I can get on YouTube with it, flick it over from the phone and that, and the laptop. But we are getting there. But yeah, I've been doing a few bits. A lot of it's like painting and just trying to get things done. You see, I've been painting across here, whereas like it used to look like this before. So it's about scraping it all, been undercoating bits, then putting the paint on. I've just got some more paint today, so I can try and paint quite a bit more. But I'll do that a bit later on as well. Same as like this, I've had the undercoat here, and then you can see the difference with the top gloss and this. And I'm using like a top gloss which they put on the outside above the water line, only because when it's marine, it's meant to be around seawater and mould and everything, so you can wipe it off a lot easier and a lot better then. We're getting there. My solar panels have been working great. They light up with little LED lights that come around. We get with that bit, and just trying to think what else at the moment. We can have a quick look in the yard. There's quite a lot going on. There's a new guys actually, because there's new owners of the yard from when Commander Dot was here, and now so this lady who's had a barge in there, she's actually bought the yard, and she's got a young lad, James, who's the manager. That's one of his boats there. Very good seaworthy boat that as well. Because, pardon me, I should say that, but there's not people that are not nice around with it all. And so anyway, right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to try and get this lined up a bit better, because you need these bits here. I need this to fit properly. No, I've had it just sat there for ages, not really doing much. I've put an extra bit down here to wedge it up. I need another riser, but I'm going to see if I can get it more or less right, and then I'll get some feeler gauges to get it bang on, get it all bolted down, and then I know that the engine and the prop is all done. Oh well, we can see alright there. Right, not sure if I've just made a massive mistake. And you see this lip, I expect the lip should fit inside here and here, like this, and especially because it came with the engine, you'd think it'd be the right one, but to me it looks like that lip is bigger than that, because you've got like a male and a female side base there. Yeah. Maybe because I'm just not in the right position. So, as you can see here now, this is too low down. So I need this bringing up. So I'm going to have to try and raise it. Try and raise it. Come back to you in a minute. So, back to the coupler for the prop. I thought that the male might be too big to go into the female. Luckily, I was wrong. It was just me doing it at the wrong angle. So, if you can see now, she's looking pretty smooth. Let me get this so I can still get the torch there. You see how she's fitting in nicely here. I'm pushing it on. There's still a bit of a gap, so I need to get some feeler gauges for it. So I think it's just, I need to raise it up from this side at the back. It needs to come up to level it off properly by the looks of it. And a bit, maybe a touch at the front as well. But we are getting there now. Makes a massive difference, makes me feel a lot better. So I'm going to have to adjust this leg. Ignore this, this is just so I can see how much I need to lift it up by. And then I can get some metal plackers, packers or something. Or even like this, epoxy resin ones. We'll see. But I'm going to lift this up a bit more, get another one underneath, and then I can see, and then adjust it. That front leg I might just adjust slightly, because I don't know if you can see down here, but the nut at the end there, this nut, it looks like this one goes a little bit further down. So I'll just try and adjust it so I can level it that way as well. And we get there eventually. Right, someone give me a high five. I think I've just done it. No, should be able to see here. Get the torch again, just to make sure. Always helps with the torch. Helps me as well because I can see looking straight down, but that looks really good. Got a bit worried there, but I just not bolted them down tight. I'm gonna have to hold that, let that torch stay there. It does look good. Doesn't feel like it's moving. I'll just get some feeler gauges to do the last bit just to make sure then when it's on, but that's looking good. Always feels better when you're actually got something done or getting so close to doing it. Makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? Oh, sorry, sniffling away. Decided to treat myself. That's what my dad used to love eating. Apart from me complaining about the nuts in it, which used to always make me laugh. Oh, bless me. Right, back to doing something again. Right, so I've took the diesel tank out so I can get through here. This is where the diesel tank was, so I could get this plate off so I could get some bolts in there a bit better. I'm not finished off because I need to get some wood wedges underneath yet to make sure it's level and everything, but at least I know it's not just going to fall over.